Today, I'll be briefly discussing a study that was published jointly by MIT and Stanford, of which I was a part of. And what we did was assess a Diablo Canyon nuclear power plant located in California for its potential for zero carbon electricity, desalination, and hydrogen. Now, I'm sure many of the audience members are pretty familiar with the fact that in 2018, the California Public Utilities Commission approved a multi-party settlement to fully and permanently shut down Diablo Canyon in 2025. Now, at the time, the commission found that the plant was not cost effective, it wasn't needed for system reliability, and its value for reducing greenhouse gas emissions was unclear. Now, since that decision was reached in early 2018, there have been several new developments. The first of which is, California has set pretty ambitious climate goals, as did the U.S., in establishing a 100% clean energy grid goal, as well as a goal to reach carbon neutral economy by 2045. There have been several studies that have now shown the importance of clean, firm generation resources, such as nuclear power plants, in cost-effectively decarbonizing the grid. California has also faced several reliability challenges. Just in the summer of 2020, there were some rolling brownouts that occurred from a lack of reliability in the system, and that will likely be a challenge going into the future as well. And then there are, of course, some other challenges, such as the ongoing drought in California that's probably going to worsen, as well as California's goal to conserve land for conservation purposes. So a lot of new developments have happened, and this study was actually self-organized by researchers from Stanford and MIT to reassess, how would Diablo Canyon fit into the future of California's future from the perspective of electricity, hydrogen, producing clean hydrogen, and producing clean water through desalination. And I'll just briefly summarize that there might be a fire alarm going on. But I'll just briefly summarize that for clean hydrogen production and clean desalination, Diablo Canyon does produce a very cost-effective way of doing so if California were to go in that direction. But I'll briefly discuss electricity, since that's where most of my research focuses on. And what we find is that in the near term, keeping Diablo Canyon on reduces greenhouse gas emissions and also saves costs for ratepayers at approximately $2.6 billion on a decadal period. On the longer term, if we look through 2045 and California's zero carbon grid goals, then the value of Diablo Canyon increases significantly to up to $21 billion. And it also saves a lot of land that would otherwise have been used for a lot of other PV resources. Now, make no mistake that the future energy system is largely going to be dominated by PV or wind or renewable resources and energy storage. But everyone knows at this point that there are reliability challenges with doing so, and there needs to be clean, firm generation resources. The goals that California has set are quite ambitious, and so our approach should not be pitting one technology against the other. We really need all of these technologies to meet the goals cost effectively and transition smoothly. So I'll leave it at that.